Hello. Okay, so some things I noticed in Macbeth. First off, I noticed how the atmosphere is affected whenever bad things are happening. They talked about people crying out in the night, chimneys falling down from a storm, an earthquake happening on the night that King Duncan is killed. I also noticed how things seem to escalate quickly to killing, which is strange to me, that their first thought is the solution is death. Two values that I saw in the play. The first one was a need for power that obviously Lady Macbeth and Macbeth had. They were so concerned with having power, and they murdered all these people. Obviously Banquo, the king, and Macduff's family. And then the second value is payback and righting wrongs. So as Banquo dies, he says, "Go, avenge my death." And Macduff obviously wants to avenge his family in the same way that Malcolm wants to avenge Macduff's family and the king's death. Something I researched was the bell tolling in Scene 2, or Act 2, Scene 1. I was really confused where that came from and why Macbeth was so upset when it happened. I obviously missed something, but turns out it came from Lady Macbeth. It was a sign. So it was a sign that it was time for him to kill, which helped me better understand what was going on. I think this play has a very strict definition of masculinity and femininity. At one point, when Lady Macbeth is talking about these horrible things she has to do to kill Duncan, she says, "Unsex me," which obviously she's implying that a woman cannot do the deed that she had to do. She needed to be like a man. In the same way, Lady Macbeth taunts Macbeth a lot about being too feminine and not being manly enough and getting things done, just like the way she goes and puts the daggers back because Macbeth can't. Also, on page 23, Macduff says to Lady Macbeth, "The repetition of this in a woman's ear would murder as it fell." So obviously she's seen as this weak, feeble human that can't hear these things, even though she played a huge role in getting the job done. So I think this shows that women are delicate and men are in this place where they can't be weak. I think men playing with women could be seen differently, but most likely I think that you would see a man pretending to be a woman. I think there are times where maybe a woman could be made fun of. I think that it plays with what I was just talking about. There's this depiction of gender roles as these two very different things with this one very straight line. So I could see, here's a man playing a man, and here's a man playing a woman. This is the gender role that a woman fits. My two questions: one, why do you think Lady Macbeth passes out? Because a lot of it was her doing after the king is killed, and also what caused her to die.